blue, black and white. Each color symbolizes different things. For example, the blue color symbolizes blue sky that you happily can see today, because all the time the sky is very cloudy and you can see non-blue sky at all. So thanks to that. And the black color symbolizes soil, because mostly Estonians are a nation of agricultures, and now you can see the main facade of the Parliament House, and the facade was built by Catherine II, who used to be the Tsarina in the 18th century, and the facade dates back from 1773. And actually there used to be another tower in the corner, but it was demolished when this facade was starting to be built. And actually in the medieval times there was also a small fortress already in the 13th century, and it was made of limestone. In this school, the offsprings of the noblemen were educated, and also rich persons. Now it's a butcher's guild. And because Estonian nation is not a pure one, everybody who has lived here has left some kind of shade, and so they're mixed up all the time, and so we say that we're quite a sailing nation. So at that time also the merchants, the very rich merchants, were considered more important than the priests. So they were higher, they were closer to God, and they was. And pulma in Estonian it means wedding, but in Finnish it means trouble. And also there is a hallitus that in Finnish it means a government, but in Estonian it means a rotten thing. So when somebody, for example, asks a Finn to have a pizza with this this blue cheese, then we call it blue hallitus cheese. So he understands that it's some kind of government thing, so what do you want? So kind of and also you can see it's like the virus of MS, and this was built here in 1980, and for 1980's Olympic Games, which were held in Moscow, the sailing regatta. But there are other towers as well, and the first quadrangular tower is called Virgin's Tower or Maiden's Tower. But it's quite controversial how it got its name, because the first very heavy and difficult to move in, so the soldiers had to pick it up, but it took a lot of time. So in that together there were 4 medieval churches in Italy. Together. But actually, nowadays, the only church in Italy that is not Austrian. There's somebody else coming, I guess. What happened? During the Second World War, the church itself actually was 12. This is called the Wheel Well, and it also gave the street its name. You can see that it's not a typical well, but it is with a roof, and it has a wheel. And actually there was even a rope, so you could just pull up the water from inside. I think this is a performances, also the whole some musical. So the musical century, and its author is Christian Ackerman, the same man who made those coats of arms in the Dome Church. And why is this church a little bit different than the other Gothic churches? That it has only two aisles and is a hall church. But it had and has even now. It is called the Brotherhood of the Blackheads. And that's why, because their patron saint was a black man. And you can see his face just on the doorway. And the door is very important because it's of Renaissance style and an original one, dating back from the 18th century. In the 16th century, and also St. Canids Guild members liked purity, as Martin Luther did. And besides, you can see two coats of arms, and both of them are big coats of arms. So the left-hand side is the big coat of arms of Tallinn, and the right-hand side is the big coat of arms of Estonia. Also somewhat in the lower tab. Okay, and now we're heading to now we're in the most. So last year it was a very narrow house, and that's because there was a law accepted that the wider your house was, the more you had to pay a tax. So the wise merchants built the houses as narrow as possible and as long as possible, so in order to pay less taxes.
The booties we have to wear in Catherine II, Catherine I Palace. It's supposed to,
Catherine the Great just said that.
wearing these things is supposed to ward off death, which is really encouraging.
Staircase, main staircase, as restored. The smooth surfaces of the walls are decorated with stucco moldings, volutes, scrolls, garlands. The walls are studded with Japanese and Chinese, beautiful Chinese porcelain, which were evacuated, sent into the Cavalier's dining room. And you can see, look around, you see the white walls adorned with wooden carving, gilded wood carving, the chairs standing near the walls in the fashion of the 18th. They didn't take them away, so in a few seconds we'll find ourselves moving from other interior. The walls are divided into parts, and they are called crimson pillar rooms. rooms. The walls are divided into parts with card games would be arranged. Will you kindly move? You forget that we have a big room, 33 people, and they all want to come in. You know, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes can rest a little bit from gold. You can see this is the so-called green dining room, and it was designed,
This is Peterhof Castle, the summer palace of Peter the Great, which is now a museum. More booties, this time they're red. Nice booties, Dave.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I like those.
Look at the floor in here.
Look at the ceiling.
Acquired from Natalia's widow by Catherine the Great. It is not of great artistic value, but it represents the costume of the day. Natalia used only several models for his portraits, that's why the faces are repeated. This room is also called the Italian room because Natalia was the Italian artist, all like that.
Intricate, look at
This is
that.
the pattern of the silk on the wall. It was designed by Philippe de Lazare. They say that he designed the wall upholstery for all West European palaces in the 18th century. On the left wall you can see 3 portraits of girls. They are the back. It's called cabbage leaf, because each piece is decorated with a pattern reminding leaves of cabbages. In the cupboards are decorated by the famous cabinet maker Margit Thiel. It was
Yeah, it is.
There's a sensor on the ground. People walk past.
Where's mommy at? You can ask Mark to take a picture of that.
This battery dies every day. I'm going to have to buy another one.
But that aftermarket that they sent to me, the Sony one, lasts about half as long as this one. Just over the deadline for doing that. So they sent me this off brand one. It lasts about half as long. And that's replaced with a big difference in this.
The famous blank shot was made to start the storm of the Winter Palace to arrest the
That started the
government.
revolution.
We have assured that one blank shot of Cruiser Aurora caused 70 years of disaster in Russia. The building on the left is the...
Yeah, but they're all tiny guns. 5-inch maybe.
See them during the beautiful period of white nights when we have long days. The longest date is on the 22nd of June. It has 18 hours and 50 minutes of daylight.
Wow.
In the winter time,
You don't want to be stuck in there.
Local prison. Doesn't look very inviting, does it?
No, it looks pretty crappy.
on the left,
This is in the church of the spilled blood. Look at Tsar. Got murdered here by terrorists. I forgot its name. More color in a cathedral. This is the best one. All of these pictures are mosaics. The church is just covered with them. The exact spot where Alexander II's carriage got hit by a bomb, and apparently he bled right here. This used to be a square, and they built this church over it. St. Isaac's Cathedral. We're in Stockholm, Sweden now. This looks rather familiar. Here's where the Wasa Museum is. I think that's it right there. That's also Deer Park, where the Swedish kings used to hunt deer. Those giraffe-looking things are actually cranes.
Huge, and since I won't be able to show everything to you in detail, you will need time to actually wander around on your own. There you have an example of a guard snake that was supposed to, in the pagan belief of the Vikings, to mean the end of the world. Important because they had a practical purpose. They held your clothing together. Also, they were, of course, symbols. The more silver, the more ornate, the richer you were.
Horses burn.
Never left the homestead. They never went abroad. They did few slaves existed, and built their ship. They were extreme, and these were the main bodyguards of the emperor. Warmer today, 2 to 5 degrees warmer. It's a global heating of that. We don't know it's really dangerous. We're just going to become Vikings again. Something like that. But so no, agriculture was rich. It was a wealthy.
Killed by blood of the head. Looks like it did.
With their large ships going away around the I've noticed that there's been these colors here. Most likely, originally, this stone would have been painted in mythology. These 2 rays flow from Earth and then came back and told all everything that was going on. You have here a battle, a horse here, carrying back the fallen soldier from here. Here they are approaching with the fallen soldier, probably coming into Valhalla. Probably this is a female figure, the Valkyria, one of the female servants in Valhalla. This is a mythological sign, an emblem. As you can see, 2 triangles which are not ending nor beginning and interconnecting. The last big sailing into Valhalla. Valhalla being, of course, the paradise of fallen soldiers, of fallen heroes. The Valkyries had to decide whether they had been brave enough to actually come into Valhalla.
So Lotus is free. We're just walking around downtown Stockholm, going to the Wasa Museum. It's a Maserati.
It's pretty fast.
We're at the Watson Museum. There's the line we gotta wait in.
It doesn't look top heavy.
It's like a lifeboat.
So this platform here, presumably,
Those are gun turrets.
I'm afraid these are all going to come out.
Thing is huge. This is what all the figures that were on the boat actually look like. Artifacts from the ship. Gloves and sheets.
Where's the block and tack?
It's actually part of the sail, the original sail they brought up.
Where's our ship? It must be down a little farther past that one.
Very nice shot. There's our ship. There we go. This is the Royal Palace.
March. Watson. March.
You know, we could have done that. They rent those things here in town.
That's what I was doing about a week and a half ago. Except they're all staying above water.
Öbürüne otur.
That's pretty cool.
Ben şöyle gelsem daha iyi olur. Ben de geliyorum.
Hey, there's stuff around the other side.
Alright, I'm going up.
It's awesome. killer.
This is so cool.
You climb up right through the wall of the church.
How high does this go up?
It goes up to there and it goes up higher, but it's blocked off at the top.
Alright, I'm going up. These are steep.
You go. I like taking these because sometimes you go to these little obscure places.
Do you live in town?
Yes, not in this old town, but
We're in a little town called Visby, Sweden.
Wait, let me take.
Where it began, I can't begin to know it. What then I know is growing strong.
Hey! walk through this gate. This is the Reichstag here in Berlin. Former Nazi headquarters. Imagine how many Nazis are out here in this square. This is a memorial to the Soviets who took Berlin. A couple Russian tanks.
Oh my gosh.
Checkpoint Charlotte. The few remaining parts of the wall. Something else.
You see the wind generator? I did see it.
That's a good place to be.
Back off, step up, yeah.
My son's a National Geographic. I was wondering if he was a black man.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen this in National Geographic.
I have too.
Yeah, he has got great, and that has been found on several bodies. The hair of the women was like what we see on these heads, that is reconstructions. They had long very well conserved. Also because of the acid in the ground. Here was what they supposed, the archaeologists, that was how the men were dressed, clothes, skin cap, and this skin structure.
Yeah, this is what we did, one of these little boat tours.
Skulle tjacka inne på... Looks delightful, man. The rain and the umbrellas.
Yes, the rain. Beautiful.
It is beautiful, man. Because then I get the opportunity to take my beautiful umbrella out. This is a nice little spot. Yeah, nice little spot. Every once in a while, it feels like a nice little view. Good. Back.
Ja. Verdienen.
No, I heard the video was quite entertaining. I'm a magnificent singer. Oh God, okay.
Alright, we're going inside.